Hello, I'm Bruce Stein. On November 11th of 1999, I was diagnosed with sleep apnea and given this BiPAP machine. And everything I have to say about this BiPAP is applicable, obviously, to CPAP. At the time, I knew nobody that had sleep apnea, but I quickly learned how many people do have it. In addition, what horrified me was the number of people that had sleep apnea, but who gave it up. And I could readily understand that, because at the time I was given this unit, I was basically told, here, go. And as I quickly realized, it did not work well at all as they gave it to me. And all the adaptations I've made during the years is what I'm hoping to pass on to you. Primarily, it didn't work well because with a mask on, the tube came over my shoulder, got tangled in my arms, got tangled in the bedding, and once it moved the mask slightly, it lost its vacuum and just did not work. So what I did, and probably the most important thing I can relay to you, is that the hose needs to come down from above you. And to that end, my suggestion is just put a hook in the ceiling, use a bungee cord with rubber bands or just rubber bands, and drop the hose down. If you do that, there's no way it can get tangled in the bedding, there's no way it gets tangled with your arms, and as you turn from side to side, it just turns right with you. And even as you move a little bit, it moves very easily with you. That is by far the major thing. In addition, what I would also recommend are using these little Teflon joints. What they do is when you get up at night while you're sleeping, is that you go in and come out very easy. Otherwise, I found what I had to do, especially not so much taking it off, but putting it on, was really fight with it to get it to have a good fit. Here, it just slides on, slides off, and the same at the other end. By the way, with your mask, as you get new masks every 6 months, every year, whatever your insurance does, keep the parts. Every so often, some of the plastic parts will break before they're covered by insurance, and if you have parts from an old mask, you can use them. In addition, I found, especially for travel, there are a number of things that's very useful to take with you. One is essential is the fuse. Twice in the 10 years I've used it now, I've had fuses blow on me. The last time was when I was in London, and there have been probably no way that I know to get the fuse. So take a spare fuse with you. In addition, if you're staying in places that have old electrical wiring, they will not have the three-pronged outlets that you need. So I carry an adapter from the old two-prong to the new three-prong. And in addition, I carry this type of adapter which goes from a one unit outlet to where you can plug in 3 things. Especially useful nowadays, people traveling with cell phones, whatever. And this thing actually obviously can fit in here, and you can use both of them. In addition, again, depending whether you're staying commercially or with relatives, a lot of times there's not always an outlet where you're going to be sleeping. I have a small extension cord I carry with me so that I can always be within distance of an outlet. The other is, if you travel and you have to leave early in the morning, many times if you wash your mask, it really hasn't had time to dry. I found it's very useful to use these little bags that you can get at almost any store. They carry all sorts of candy or little things in them. Save the bag, enjoy the candy, but save the bag. Put your mask parts in here, put a rubber band around it, and they can dry in the bag while you're traveling. As far as the soft part of the mask, what I'm talking about now in particular, I'll take it off of here, is this piece. Because this can get squashed very easily, I take and actually put this in a little hard plastic unit, and so that it can dry without falling off, I do this and then put a rubber band around that, and that goes in the bag. And in addition, because of the rubber band system, and I'll show you later how to hook it up to like pictures and motel rooms and so on, I have a bag which has a large amount of a variety of rubber bands that go with me. If you use it during the winter, or live in the northern part where it gets cold, and you need a humidifier, I really recommend them. It certainly has helped me. One of the problems is if you have a humidifier, the water that's vaporized condenses in here, and it appears like it's raining right in through your nose. To prevent that, use a sheath The sheath keeps this warm so the water, the moist air that comes up from the humidifier comes through here without condensing, and it's due to the sheath. My suggestion with the sheath is I found it's hard to get the thing in. It's easy to pull it out, but it's hard to get it in. And if you're going to wash it every week, which I do and I recommend you do, you then have to thread it through. The trick is, when you take it out, tie a piece of string on it, pull it out, but as you pull it out, the string pulls in. Now all I have to do next time is put this little loop over the end, take the string from the other end, and pull it through, and it goes through very easy. In addition, for traveling, I used to keep hard plastic things such as this, take with me so that I could always have a place to make sure I could wash the other parts. However, the airlines cracked a number of them for me, and now I have one of these silicone type baking units. It's excellent. You can put some clothing in it, just throw it in any bag and go with you. It takes up no room, especially if you put clothing in it, and it can't get damaged. With that, I think that's all the suggestions I have here. I have traveled extensively, and I've taken my friend Barbara here with me. We've been in London, we've been in France, we've been in Spain, New Zealand, Australia, probably other places I don't remember, most of the states, and I've always been able to find a way to hook it up so that this can drop down from above me. And I'll go show you right now. When I travel, I have with me 3 sets of rubber bands made into lengths. One, as you can see here, is about 5 or 6 feet, and I throw it in the bag. Another one here, a little shorter, maybe 2 feet. And besides Daddy and Mommy, I have a little junior one. And I found between these 3, I can pretty much almost exclusively able to hook it up. Assume this, which is a TV frame, is actually a picture in a motel room or a house that you're at. What I would do is just hook up a system like this so that it has a little give in it, something like this, it has a little give, and then take one of your other ones. I'll probably could get by with the smallest one here, and just hook it over, and you just put your hose through there. And again, if it's too low, then you can put your hose through one above it. And there are times that I have even gone to doubling up and doing it this way. So, and again, if you're more in the middle, you can put it here, you can move things around. But with a rubber band system like this, you should be able to, no matter where you are, hook it up so that the hose drops from above you. And I wish you all good luck.